Hi, my name is Akankshya Upadhyay and I am your English instructor. In today's class, we will be solving the exercise portion of 4th unit, that's expressing condolence and sympathy. So let's begin. The first exercise in unit 4 is to enrich our vocabulary. And the question says, from the message of condolence and the sympathy letter, find the words which are similar in meaning to these words. Here are 8 words and we need to find those words which are similar in meaning to the ones in the condolence and sympathy letter. So first, let's go through the obituary and the sympathy letter and list the key words, and then we will match them with the question. So let's begin. So this is the obituary and this is the sympathy letter. Now let's find some keywords and then we'll try to relate it with the ones in our question. In the obituary, we can see, we read it as Late Bir Bahadur Shahi. We are deeply saddened to learn about the sudden, premature and untimely demise of Mr. Bir Bahadur Shahi, an English teacher at Patan Higher Secondary School, Lalitpur. Late Shahi suffered a massive brain hemorrhage. He was helpful as well as popular among the students and his colleagues. We extend our heartfelt condolence to his bereaved family and friends grieving the irreparable loss. May the departed soul be at eternal peace with our Heavenly Father. Class 9 students, Patan Higher Secondary School, Lalitpur. Now let's underline the keywords: premature, untimely, demise, massive, popular, colleagues, bereaved, departed, grieving, irreparable, eternal. So these are the keywords that I could find in this obituary. Now moving forward, we will read the sympathy letter. Dear Sarita, I was shocked to learn about the premature passing away of your husband. He was a wonderful person and was always ready to help others. His death has caused an immeasurable loss not only to your family but to all of us. I express my sincerest sympathy to you in your profound bereavement. May God grant you enough courage to withstand this shock. Now here, the keywords premature, we have already underlined the word premature in our obituary, so we leave it. The second keyword I found in this sympathy letter is immeasurable, and another one is to withstand. So now we shall go through the question. Our first question is liked by many, so we need to find the synonym for liked by many. The first keyword that we have underlined is premature, and premature certainly does not mean liked by many, because premature means before maturing. In this context, premature means dying before maturity, not in typical sense. It means untimely in this context. Demise certainly does not mean liked by many, because demise means death. Another keyword that we have underlined is massive, and massive certainly does not mean liked by many. Massive means huge. And then we go forward and see popular as our next keyword. So popular can be a synonym for liked by many, because once you're liked by many people, you become popular, right? So liked by many is popular. So liked by many is popular. Now the second question is death. Now let's see a word that's similar in meaning to death. Let's see a word that's similar in meaning to death. The first keyword premature and the second untimely means before time, and the third keyword demise certainly means death. We are deeply saddened to learn about the sudden, premature and untimely demise or untimely death of Mr. Bir Bahadur Shahi. We are talking about a person who's died. We're writing a condolence to the person who's died, And here demise certainly means death. So demise, so the word similar in meaning to death is demise. Third, we will be finding a word similar for before time. Before time, it's certainly premature and untimely. The synonym for before time is certainly premature or untimely. So let's write it down. Premature and untimely. Next, we will be looking at the word for people working together. The word for people working together, we are already done with premature, untimely, and demise. We further move towards massive. Massive means huge. It certainly does not mean people are working together. The next one, popular, we are already done with popular. It means famous. Then we go for another keyword, which is colleagues. So colleagues certainly means people working together. When we work together, if you and I, we work in the same organization, you are my colleague. So colleague means people working together. Let's write it down. Another word is lasting forever. We are done with colleagues. We further move towards another keyword. Grieving means sorrow, a very deep sorrow. Irreparable means something that cannot be repaired. It certainly, these two words certainly do not mean lasting forever. Departed means to go, to separate. Eternal. Here we have the keyword eternal, which certainly means lasting forever. May the departed soul be at eternal peace with our Heavenly Father. This sentence means we are praying for the everlasting, long-lasting peace within the departed soul. So external certainly means lasting forever. Let's write it down. Another question is to find the word which is similar in meaning to very deep or serious. Here, we extend our heartfelt condolence to the bereaved family and friends grieving the irreparable loss. So grieving means very deep or serious sorrow that you are facing. So we write it down. So we found the word grieving and we write it down. Next, the question is that can't be measured, something that cannot be measured. Now let's go through the keyword. Departed, eternal, and we are done with the obituary. Now we move towards the sympathy letter, and we have already underlined the keyword immeasurable. This is something that cannot be measured. Immeasurable means something that cannot be measured. And we have the exactly same question. So let's note it down. Immeasurable. The last word is resist or endure. It means to withstand something. We go finding for a word similar in meaning to resist or endure, which is withstand and is present in the sympathy letter. Withstand certainly means to resist something. It means to remain unaffected. So we already have the word withstand, so we note it down. Resist or endure means to withstand. And here we come to the end of our vocabulary section. We have found the words which are similar in meaning to these words from the text given. Next, we will be moving towards reading and matching the sentences. The second exercise in Unit 4 is to read and match. We need to match the expressions under column A, these expressions, with their suitable continuations under B. So under B, we need to match the expressions under these two columns. Let's begin. Bir Bahadur. Now we know that Bir Bahadur is the person who died because we are writing an obituary to Bir Bahadur. So Bir Bahadur extend condolence to the family. Bir Bahadur is the person who died, so he cannot extend his condolence to the family. He's already dead. This is not the correct continuation for point A in column A. Further, Bir Bahadur was untimely. This sentence is not complete. Bir Bahadur was untimely, so we discard it. Further, Bir Bahadur writes a letter to Bir Bahadur's wife. We are not talking about Bir Bahadur writing a letter to Bir Bahadur's wife. Instead, we are studying or we are going through the obituary of Bir Bahadur. So we do not know any instance of Bir Bahadur writing a letter to his wife. So we discard this. Bir Bahadur was a teacher in school. Yes, he was a teacher at Patan Higher Secondary School. So for the point A under column A, the best continuation is point 4 under column B. So we match it. A. Now, the second point in column A is Sarita. Sarita extend condolence to the family. No, the students are extending condolence, not Sarita. Sarita was untimely. This sentence does not make any sense too. Sarita writes a letter to Bir Bahadur's wife. No, Sarita does not write a letter to Bir Bahadur's wife. Instead, Sarita is the wife of Bir Bahadur. We know this by the letter, the sympathy letter wrote by Hamid to Sarita. So, Sarita was an English teacher in school. This is wrong. And Sarita is Bir Bahadur's wife. This is correct. So, we match Sarita, which is in the column A, with is Bir Bahadur's wife under column B. Further, Bir Bahadur's death, extend condolence to the family, is not correct. Bir Bahadur's death was untimely, perfectly matches the sentence and the meaning too. So, we match them. Bir Bahadur's death was untimely. We know this by the obituary wrote by the students. The students extend condolence to the family. They are writing an obituary to extend their condolence to the family of the person of their English teacher, Bir Bahadur Shahi, who is no more. So we match them. So the students extend their condolence to the family. And finally, Hamid writes a letter to Bir Bahadur's wife. This is correct because we know he has written a letter, a sympathy letter, and the portion of the letter is attached in the previous slide. Next, we will move towards stating whether the sentences given are true or false. Let's start. We need to state whether the following sentences are true or false. The first sentence, Bir Bahadur passed away in his old age. We need to state whether this sentence is true or false. Bir Bahadur did not pass away in his old age because we know by his obituary letter and the letter that Hamid wrote to Sarita that his demise was untimely and premature. So this sentence is false. The message of condolence is for his friends and family. The message of obituary written by the students of class 9 is to comfort the family and friends of the person who died, that's Mr. Bir Bahadur Shahi. So this statement is true. Hamid didn't attend the funeral because he didn't like it. This statement can't be true because we know that Hamid liked Mr. Bir Bahadur Shahi very much and he has written a sympathy letter to his wife stating that he was a wonderful person and his death has caused an immeasurable loss not only to his family but to all of them. So it cannot be true that he didn't attend the funeral because he didn't like it. So this statement is false. His colleagues liked him very much. This statement is true because in the sympathy letter, his colleague Hamid himself has written that he liked him very much. So this statement is true. Hamid is perhaps one of his colleagues. Yes, this is true. This can be clear from the sympathy letter that Hamid has written to Sarita. The loss of life can be repaired. The loss of life can never be repaired. And in the obituary itself, it is written that the demise of Mr. Bir Bahadur Shahi is an irreparable loss. So this statement is false. Next, we will read the text and then answer to the questions given. So the fourth exercise is to read and answer. The first question is, what was the name of the school where Bir Bahadur worked? The question to the answer is very simple and is given in the obituary. So let's go through it once. We are deeply saddened to learn about the sudden, premature and untimely demise of Bir Bahadur Shahi, an English teacher at Patan Higher Secondary School, Lalitpur. The answer to the question is very straightforward. We begin by writing the name of the school where Bir Bahadur worked is Patan Higher Secondary School. The second question is, what was the cause of death? Again, let's go through the paragraph. Let's go through the text and find the answer. Late Shahi suffered a massive brain hemorrhage. So again, the answer is very straightforward. Let's write it down. The cause of his death was brain hemorrhage. The third question is, according to the text, what was Bir Bahadur like? Let's go through the text once again. He was helpful as well as popular among the students and his colleagues. So here is our answer. So our answer starts here, and from the sympathy letter we can also find that he was a wonderful person and was always ready to help others. According to the text, Bir Bahadur was helpful, popular, and a wonderful person. Next, in the question, we have how are the texts in the first and second box different? We know that in the first box A, the students are writing an obituary. This is showing comfort to the family, whereas in the second letter, it's the sympathy letter and it's being a part of the sorrow. Let's begin our answer by saying, in the first box, the students are writing a condolence to deliver comfort to the family, whereas in the second box, a colleague is writing a sympathy letter to be a part of the sorrow to his wife. The final question is, who is the message of condolence for and who will receive the letter? The message of condolence is for the person who died, that is Mr. Bir Bahadur Shahi, and the letter and his wife will receive the sympathy letter. This is all for today's class. If you have any questions, any suggestions, or anything that you wish to share with us, please feel free to write to us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thanks for watching.